Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be this hot older cougar seduced me. So I got a really cool little success story I wanted to share with you. So this particular guy, he's been 21, he's been following me for a few years, and he sends in this success story about this woman he met in a gym she's 33 and he's 21. And he sent a picture, and she don't look 33. She looks like she's about 24, 25, and she's an absolute smoke show. And I just love this email just because he just took his time, and he did a great example of showing how to go slightly slower than a woman is when there's romantic interest, because as the weeks and the months go by, especially whether you're working together or you see each other in the gym all the time or they're part of your same social circle, it's your inaction that shows that you have your romantic interest under total control. In other words, you're in no hurry, you're in no rush. And he just did a really great job, and they're casually dating now. I thought, what a great success story to perfectly illustrate this concept that I often talk about. And I gotta admit, I'm kind of jealous and envious of this guy. If I was 21, I'd be like, man, I would love to have an experience like this when I was his age. And so all the things I've been through in my life that I wrote about in 3% Man, it's nice that I can share these things with the world and have some guy that I don't know, never met before, someplace in the world, learn from me and go out and not doing all the screwing up that I was doing at his age. I mean, he has all this wisdom and power at his fingertips to create a great life and lifestyle for himself, and I'm really proud of him, and it's just a great success story. And so I got a quote that I wrote in this particular topic, and then we'll go through his email. I'm not going to share the picture of her, but apparently she's got like 700,000 Instagram followers, and she's just amazing body, just beautiful girl. So it's like, I'm so happy for this guy. It's like every 21-year-old should have these kinds of experiences, especially learning from a woman that's older, that takes great care of her body. It's like a young 21-year-old guy, she can teach you a lot, especially in the bedroom. And those are great things to have happen. Imagine a lifetime of great memories like this. You know, get a guy getting started at 21 instead of the 10, 12 years that it took me to get to this point beyond where he's at now. And it's just like, man, being 21 and being able to know this stuff and master stuff at this level, it's like, it's so cool. It's gratifying for me as a coach to see somebody enjoying their life like this at 21 versus having to go through years and years of heartbreak and missing out on opportunities like this, because these opportunities happen to everybody when they're younger. It's just they don't know how to capitalize on them, and maybe they haven't optimized their life or their body yet to do it. And this guy is a great student. So with that said, I'm going to read the quote, and then we'll go through the email. The quote says, when it comes to dating, seduction, and building sexual anticipation, it's always best if a man goes at a pace slightly slower than the woman is. This causes her to be turned on by his non-hungry romantic interest and work harder to get his attention and validation so they can spend more time together, and therefore a relationship becomes her idea. This is what it means to love someone in a way that they feel free. Women love men who don't try to control or possess them. This is the height of masculinity. A man who has total emotional self-control. He has a strong romantic desire for her, but it is under control, and he is in no rush to make anything happen. He instead prefers to let it happen at her pace. A man never has to worry about rejection when the woman is pursuing him. And I think this is a great textbook example of a man's inaction or indifference to her actually creates even more attraction, especially when he can tell that she's into him, and obviously she can tell that he's into her, but he's not really doing anything. But yet he's curious, she's curious about him, and he's mysterious. So let's go through his email. He says, "Hi, Coach. I've been following your work for years because I was always a kid in high school that struggled with confidence with women. Well, fast forward to today, and I just turned 21. Oh, so he just turned 21. Jesus Christ, man. It's like I remember where I was when I just turned 21. I was right around the time, it was within a few weeks after turning 21 was when I got my job tending bar. And it's like, man, this is amazing. So this guy was 20 when all this started happening. So it's like, dude, good job. He says, I'm a personal trainer in college, and I've really worked hard on my body and my career, which has led me to become more confident. To get straight to the point, I'm always in gyms, either training others or working out myself, so I came across a lot of attractive women, especially down here in Miami, Florida. There's a lot of beautiful women in South Florida. Well, one day I'm performing a leg exercise and some dime passes me by and spits out a little joke teasing me a bit. So obviously this is what's interesting that I found when I got in my 30s is that older women, the Cougar type, as they get out of their early 20s and their mid-20s and they really start developing their confidence, they really start approaching men more in a much more confident way. And that's obviously what was going on here. She noticed him. She's a lot more confident, and I'm sure the guys in the I should say the toxic part of the red pill community go, oh, she hit the wall. I was like, this girl don't look like she hit no fucking wall, dude. Trust me. So obviously what I notice is women have a lot more confidence. And they're a lot more forward because they know what they want. They've been burned a few times themselves. And when they see a guy they like, they have no problem throwing out a little invitation to see what he does with it, to see how he handles it, to see if he knows what he's doing. And of course, she walked by, teases him. That's her invitation. That's basically her saying, hey cutie, hey, you're kind of cute, hey, I like you, to see what he does. A guy that has game, knows what he's doing, he's going to be unperturbed by that. He's going to be like, well, of course she's noticing me because I'm hot. I look good, I take care of myself, and I'm awesome like that. And these kinds of things happen all the time. He says, then I tease her back, and we start talking, and we exchange contact information. So he's not trying to make a date right away, which is interesting. He says, so we started to work out together. She loved the workouts and would always want to work out with me. Just think about it. If you already have plenty of women in your life and another hot girl approaches you in a gym, you're used to this kind of thing happening. You're like, hey, she's cute. My plate's already kind of full right now. We'll exchange numbers. Maybe we'll work out sometime. And then I can see what she's like. I don't have to take her out and spend any money on her. I'm already going to be at the gym. Let's work out. See what happens, see if I like this girl. I don't know about her yet. That's the vibe that a guy that's already has too much, already has plenty of fulfillment in his personal life is going to be. You're like, I don't really need anybody else to date right now, but she's cute. Hey, we'll hang out. We'll work out together. We'll see what she's like. He says, when we started to work out together, I would always flirt with her, and she would kind of chuckle, but would never take me serious. This went on for a couple of months, and we would work out on average once every other week. So maybe twice a month they hung out and worked out. Till one day, I went with my gut and told her that I felt like I was being used because she only wanted to work out with me and was never open to hanging out or going out with me on the side, and I didn't just want to be her gay workout partner. Well, what do you know? The next time we worked out, I invited her out afterwards, and she said yes, and we ended up going back to her place. So the argument can be said is like, well, that didn't really sound like a really confident line that you delivered, but after several months of hanging out and working out occasionally together, he doesn't say anything about any texting exchange or anything or any of that happening. It just sounds like they were kind of working out together occasionally. And as this goes by, she can tell he's attracted to her, but he's not doing anything about it. He's in total self-control. He has total emotional self-control. And so he throws that out there, see what she does with it, which is nothing. She likes it. But then the next time, he invites her to hang out. She says yes. She's already feels comfortable with him because, again, he's going slightly slower. Pretty simple. So it turns out she's 33, but looks like she's in her mid-20s. And yeah, she does. And she's an Instagram model with 700,000 followers. I'm only 21, and she knows it and doesn't care. Well, quite frankly, she's like, hey, I'm dating a hot 21-year-old guy. So from her perspective, it's... this is what's amazing. I don't know if you guys know who Liz Hurley is, but she's like in her mid-50s now, and she looks fucking hot. She looks amazing. And it just goes to show, when you take care of yourself, you take care of your body, and you eat right, and you exercise properly, it really doesn't take a lot to look pretty damn good when you get older. Because if you're a slow learner like I've always been, as you get older, you can really have a great time as you get better. Instead of most people, by the time they get in their 40s and 50s, they're fat, overweight, and they look like shit. He says, right now, we're just casually dating and not rushing into anything. But I've heard her tell me, I miss you. I even heard her say, I love you once when we spoke on the phone. This is like, you must love in such a way that the person you love feels free. So he's not really, I don't see him displaying any kind of insecurity other. I'm not crazy about his line to her that he said about getting together. But if it's said as a joke without any kind of attachment, and he didn't say anything, he just threw it out there, and he was cool with waiting till he saw her again. That's more displaying emotional self-control. He's not in a rush. Slow and steady, like the river that never grows stale. No hurry, no rush. My favorite quote from Rumi. I'm not rushing into anything nor pressuring her to become something official with me because of what you talk about in your book, 3% Man. From a guy that never had a girlfriend in high school and never got the girls he actually wanted to now pulling a dime piece. I just want to thank you so much, Bob. Bro, she's fucking hot. Nice job, dude. Good job. Good on you. So, for those of you who would like to get my help personally, maybe you've got a personal situation or a professional situation you'd like to get my help with and do a phone session, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon.